main event focus on the ACW Cruiserweight Championship.
Seeing the title right now, the biblical title. Title that's gonna be over.
And you see a little bit of skulk action there, and actually Sam finally decided to try to go after him, but instead Flaco catches Sam.
Yeah, he got caught good right there. Might have gotten it right in the mouth. He's holding his mouth. My God. Reversal.
Sam there, beautiful, 2 knees, right to the chest. This is a run blower. A high shining wizard.
A new ACW Cruiserweight Champion, Flaco!
Oh man. Bob is here. Bob's here. Bob is here. Bob is here. Man. Sam C put a lot of fight, man. With all the bad stuff that goes on behind the scenes with wrestling, and I'm saying this because I mean it, Sam. You work your ass off, bro. You've been through a lot. Pero ¿sabes qué, vato? El campeón está aquí. El campeón está aquí en su pinche van. Regresado WWN ACW Cruiserweight Campeón a la verga. And it's starting to feel a little bit back like when I started here. And back when I started here, I won this belt. And I put it on the line every single night, every single Wednesday, every single Tuesday, every single Saturday, and guess what? Bangers all night. Si quieres con el pinche campeón, ACW, baby. The Cruiserweight champion is here. The main event champion is here. Bob's here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network right now, coming to you live from the WWN WrestlePlex in Tampa, Florida. And this is WWN Proving Ground. We got a big night for you tonight. So many great talents in action. You are going to see the future of the sport of professional wrestling right here in this ring. You know what? You're not looking to hear from me. You're going to hear from this guy. This is Abreu. So I'm going to shut up. Let's get to the action. I turn it over to you, sir. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is a special challenge match.
What's it scheduled for?
Scheduled for White Ball. Making his way to the ring. His opponent.
Wait, what? What?
At 190 pounds, standing at 6 feet tall, hailing from wherever you people aren't, he's real. he's raw. He's August Artois.
Well, I should not have been surprised at all, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again. This is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, coming to you from the WWN WrestlePlex here in Tampa, Florida. You're looking at August Artois making his entrance in action tonight against Apolo Jr. This is going to be a big night, big atmosphere feel as we are right on the cusp of Halloween. Not surprisingly, both our ring announcer Rafael Abreu as well as the very abrasive August Artois, of course. You can hear the reaction of the ACW faithful here. Underway here. Incredibly excited once again to be coming to you from... What?
This guy, he's not good enough for me. Come on. I got bigger fish to fry. You know who I am?
I'll tell you this, August Artois very full of himself. Wait, dive from Apolo Jr. taken out. WWN Training Center rookie August Artois coming off a big showing just mere... About 1 week ago, it was Hallowreckoning 2020. August Artois coming up short against Jake Sterling, but looking phenomenal in the matchup. Got to ask what kind of shape he's in right now as Apolo Jr. taking control of this match. Again, catches Artois. What does Apolo have in mind? Beautiful flying Hurricanrana there. Apolo Jr. showing his agility. I gotta ask the same question there that August is. Apolo Jr. definitely has a few screws loose. You can see basically looking like he has blood on his face. I hope it's not real blood. Beautiful drop kick there. Pinfall. 2 count only. August Artois here in some trouble as we kick things off at Proving Ground. Beautiful chin breaker though. Great counter from the rookie from the WWN Training Center. I don't think you're going to get a clean break out of August Artois, but right now, pounding on his opponent, Apolo Jr. Great agility on display and a beautiful drop kick from August Artois, who is showing the effects though of this matchup so far, and you gotta think still the effects from his matchup with Jake Sterling. Just at Hallowreckoning, beautiful into the pin. 2 count only. Apolo Jr. able to keep things going here, but August Artois so quick. Get that headlock right there, center of the ring. Has Apolo as far away as he could possibly be from those ropes. You gotta look at August Artois and say it's hard to believe he's a rookie from his conditioning to his psychology, seeming to understand the sport of pro wrestling. But Apolo Jr. now fighting his way up here. Beautiful lariat. Artois taking down Apolo, just able to get over to the pin. 2 count only, and not surprising given he couldn't quite get all the weight there onto his opponent. Given the condition he's in, mounting though is August Artois. Right hands raining down on Apolo Jr.
Who is this freak? Is your guy?
You can hear the disparaging remarks here. Not surprisingly letting I was gonna say, not surprisingly, the WWN faithful letting August Artois know what they think of him. Apolo Jr. chopped in the corner, but look at this. Does not have an effect. And another chop. Twice as loud, but Apolo Jr. still showing no effect of the damage. Now Apolo Jr. taking things back over, chops in the corner. Rather enigmatic Apolo Jr. in control here at the Proving Ground. Artois is in a ton of trouble. And another chop. I'll tell you right now, as this thing's breaking down,
Go out of the corner, come on.
Apolo in control. Artois is literally writhing in pain, going across the entire ring. And another chop. Sling blade, though, from August Artois stops the offensive of Apolo Jr. We find ourselves in a bit of a stalemate right now. Can Artois even follow up? I don't know after the damage that's been done here, the battle these two have had. Right hand, or should I say forearm, from both men. The return fire from Apolo Jr. August Artois, though, again, trying to take control of this thing. You can hear WWN faithful definitely behind Apolo Jr., but again, August Artois to his feet first. He's got his opponent up. What's he thinking here? Pinfall. Heck of a shoulder breaker there by Artois, showing the strength, the conditioning. You can, again, just literally looking at August Artois, you can tell what kind of shape he's in here. But the thing with Apolo Jr. is looking at him, you can't tell what's going on in his mind. Of course, right now, got a guest trying to get some oxygen going, and look at August Artois again taking advantage of every second of the 5 count. Official Kai Douglas administering backing off August Artois. But ooh, right to the gut right there is Apolo Jr. And I was just about to say, hard to read Apolo Jr. as he fires the chop at August Artois. Apolo Jr. definitely with the experience advantage here. What a chop. Pinfall. 2 count only. But Artois definitely in trouble here. Yet again, another situation where you can tell the damage that's been done. Oh, it's a Curry. Now shades of the Heartbreak Kid that August Artois was imitating and tricked a lot of us into wondering if magic was about to happen here. I mean, we are in Florida. Seems all of professional wrestling's in Florida these days. One of these men need to answer this 10 count, or it could be the end of this matchup. August is that one, gets to the corner, and don't tell me, calling for sweet chin music. You gotta be kidding me. Question is, will he be as good as the original? Goes to connect. No, Apolo out of the way. Heel kick catches August Artois. Beautiful springboard cutter. Apolo for the pin. No. And I'll tell you right now, I really thought that was it, and I think Apolo Jr. did too. Flurry of offense. Not sure if that was instinct or what that got August Artois to get a shoulder up here. Look at the stomps now from Apolo Jr. What a matchup, kicking things off here at WWN Proving Ground. Again, to the gut. Apolo Jr. now. Claire, he's gonna head to the top. Question now here. What does Apolo have in mind? 450, no, caught, triangle choke, center of the ring. Into the head scissors, that's it, he got him.
Here's your winner, August Artois.
Big win for August Artois. Catching Apolo Jr., who's going for the 450. What ring awareness by Artois to get into the submission there. Again, I gotta give it to Artois, but how good did Apolo Jr. look there? Even in defeat, what a matchup. What a way to kick things off here at Proving Ground. You gotta think the Heartbreak Artois is gonna be celebrating now for the rest of the night. Again, great showing here by Apolo Jr. Getting assistance here to get Apolo Jr. to the back. Once again, this is...
The following match is an ACW Tag Team Showcase scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring
definition. You're seeing it, the spitting image, the personification, if you will. Deplorable individuals, wealth of wrestling. Then on a bit of a roll here in the Proving Ground. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Actually managing to have victory against the new ACW Tag Team Champions Rapture. Of course, Robbie getting himself involved in that matchup. But you know what, say what you will about the attitudes of these 2 young talents. The bottom line right now is Blake Banks, Daniel Lacey. 2 really talented young men, just, again, horrible attitudes.
And their opponents,
getting to see the big man Dax the Axe in action here along with Alex Todd. Alex Todd, of course, participated in a WWN recruitment camp at the beginning of the year. What a year it's been. Perhaps not the year he was expecting in that respect, but at the end of the day, we've seen a ton of improvement here from Alex Todd in the Proving Ground. You got to think that Alex Todd and Dax the Axe complement each other quite a bit here when it comes to size, speed, differentials. Give me the mic.
Why don't you shut your trap for a few seconds? I got a couple things I want to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Robbie K. And I represent world famous Daniel Lacey and the trust fund kid Blake Banks. Well, of wrestling. 2 weeks ago, right here, we beat the new ACW Tag Team Champions very square in the middle of the ring. And tonight, guys that never even tagged together. We are being treated with disrespect around here. This is ridiculous. We're gonna be the new ACW Tag Team Champions, but first we're gonna take care of these couple bumps. And the reason we're gonna be the new ACW Tag Team Champions is because when you sign with Robbie K, you go all the way.
All right, getting things in action here finally. Excited to see as Alex Todd and Blake Banks lock up here. Looks like Alex Todd catching Blake Banks first. The trust fund kid, as he puts it. Nothing like deplorable individuals. Did I mention that already? Alex Todd now, though. In control, having wrist control, but great counter there by Blake Banks, showing his ability to understand the fundamentals. now in control after a beautiful arm drag. What is this? What is Robbie K doing? It's bad enough he interrupts the kickoff of the match to jaw jack on the end with accurate points. I don't even know if the official saw that. That's the thing with Robbie K. Brings, I'd say he's worth his weight in gold, but that's not a lot of weight. Probably Dax's weight in gold. Here's the big man now tagged in. It's time for the power in the tag team, and what a great shoulder tackle there by Dax the Axe. I love it, just pulling up Blake Banks from the tight. Technically, yes, Billy Gracie should be yelling at him for that, but who cares? It's so enjoyable to watch Blake Banks get beaten on. I know, I'm supposed to be impartial. Power of Dax throwing the much smaller Banks into the corner. Yeah, he just said it, he is helping cash those checks in. You can see Banks desperately trying to get to Daniel Lacey, but instead caught again by the big man, and a heel across the ring here. And again, look at Robbie K. What is he doing? Oh, come on now. Daniel Lacey getting involved again. Is that Lil Jay? Do you see this? Lil Jay's out here. I don't know if our cameras caught it. Lil Jay is out here getting in the face of Robbie K. We've seen Lil Jay before come to the rescue. And what is Richard Stevens attacking? Lil Jay, this is out of control. What? Is this gonna happen? It really is official. We are underway here, and I cannot believe what I'm looking at right in front of my face. Lil Jay beating on the foreman, Richard Stevens. It's now a six-man tag. This is out of control, and the last time we saw Richard Stevens part of a six-way cruiserweight showcase at...
Let's kick up in their fat freaking mouth. How about that?
Veteran Dax directing traffic. 3 punt kicks taking out all of the competitors. Last time we saw Lil Jay was distracting Richard Stevens, perhaps inadvertently, at Hallowreckoning. Stevens running away from the cruiserweight scramble and instead chasing Lil Jay out of the building. Inside of the ring now, Daniel Lacey, at least for a moment, in peril. We're going to get some kind of a semblance of order here. You can see Robbie K has collected Blake Banks. Richard Stevens over there. Sunset flip, pinfall. Able to escape again is Daniel Lacey, man. Things have absolutely broken down here. Victory roll. But there was a tag. I'm going to be completely and utterly honest with everybody. I have a obstructed view right now, and I'm not going to tell him to move. Elbow drop. Tandem offense from Wealth of Wrestling. Pinfall. No. Alex Todd just barely gets a shoulder up. Of course, Wealth of Wrestling, a unit here within ACW. ACW faithful and WWN faithful trying to will Alex Todd back to his feet, but Blake Banks cutting off the oxygen here. And even with the chaos of a six-man tag, as this match has finally went into some semblance of normalcy, you're seeing the tag team experience of Banks in action here. He's cutting off the ring. He's making Alex Todd work for every second of this, but now Todd on top of Banks. But again, caught by Blake Banks, and Banks gets Alex Todd into his corner, not where Alex Todd wants to be. Daniel Lacey tagged in here. Wealth of Wrestling in control. Richard Stevens, ad hoc tag team partner, ad hoc six-man tag. Beautiful leg drop. Pinfall, but not enough. I'll tell you, Daniel Lacey in phenomenal shape. Good-looking young man here, but Alex Todd, the experience on display and able to get up and bless Artois lift, gut wrench. Impressive offense here. And now Daniel Lacey putting on the boots. Alex Todd in some trouble. Fighting now is Todd with the forearms, trying to stop Lacey, but Lacey again cutting off the ring, showing the tag team specialty is the wealth of wrestling. And while the referee's distracted in the corner, even Robbie K's getting involved. There's a mugging going on to Alex Todd. Daniel Lacey now attacking Dax the Axe, and again, the official trying to break this up, but I'll tell you, all it's doing is Alex Todd is hit with that spine buster, is keeping him in peril, and going to the pin is Lacey, but 2 count only. Absolute chaos here in the Proving Ground. Now a 6-man tag. Forearms from the foreman. Alex Todd in some trouble here. Big boot. You can see even Dax could feel it, writhing in pain here. Lil Jay trying to cheer on Alex Todd. You got to think Lil Jay would absolutely love to get his hands on Richard Stevens. This thing with the foreman and Stevens has been going on for over, I want to say almost a year at this point. Oh no, miscommunication in the corner. Stevens takes out Wealth of Wrestling, and instead Lil Jay now tagged in. And just like his attire shows, House of Fire is Lil Jay. The foreman in some trouble. A little splash, pinfall. 2 count only. And now the big man Dax tagged in, and you can see Richard Stevens wants none of Dax the Axe, and do you blame him? Daniel Lacey comes in. I'll give him credit. I don't know if it's a smart move to have to come in an angry Dax, and right now Dax cleaning out. Slam on Lacey, and now slam on Banks. Dax the Axe in control. Tags in Alex Todd. Todd brings Lacey to his feet here. We're seeing some unity in the team of Todd, Dax, and Lil Jay. Go to sleep. Is this going to be it? And again, Robbie K. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How many times is Robbie K going to get involved in this matchup? And you know what? There might be an answer to that, and it is a very large answer. And I would not want to be Robbie K. In the ring, pigfall, no. 2 count only. He was distracted by what was going on outside of the ring, and a dive from Blake Banks takes out Dax the Axe. This time the distraction of Robbie K helped things out. Alex Todd, though, takes out Banks before he can get in the ring. What is Alex Todd thinking here? Oh no, cut off! Savate kick from Daniel Lacey. Catches Alex Todd, and Richard Stevens on the other side of the ring holding onto the leg of Lil Jay. I don't know if our cameras caught that, but inside of the ring, tandem offense from Wealth of Wrestling. That could be all she wrote. Pinfall. It's it.
Here are your winners, the Trust Champion, Blake Banks, World Class Champion, Daniel Lacey, and the foreman, Richard Stevens.
Not the match I thought I'd see tonight, but indeed. Get it. Not what I expected to see. But you know what? If I'm Wealth of Wrestling right now, I'm saying I'm going to roll. Even if it was a 6-man tag. Another victory here tonight with their ad hoc partner, the Foreman. Dax the Axe, Alex Todd, and ultimately Lil Jay. Coming up in defeat, you got to ask yourself, when will this issue between Lil Jay, between the Foreman, ever come to an end?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Robbie, Kay, and I represent world famous Daniel Lacey and the trust fund kid Blake Banks.
Hello.
Wealth of wrestling.
That's right, boys, and wouldn't you know it, the old adage still rings true today. The more things change, the more things stay the exact same. You give the Wealth of Wrestling a new opponent, the Wealth of Wrestling still catches that same old W, baby, because we are the hottest tag team in all of Florida.
Woo, damn right, damn right. And boys, how good does it feel that we went out there and do what we do every night? And sooner or later, we are gonna get those ACW tag team titles. Gold around our waist, man.
It's actually gonna be sooner. Rapture, you owe us one. You're looking at the next ACW tag team champions because when you sign with Robbie K, you go all the way.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. If you ever intended to wrestle on national television, you had better be in Florida.
Hey everyone, Kai Douglas here, referee for World Wrestling Network. This is the World Wrestling Network Training Center where we have a state-of-the-art facility where you can learn everything from your entrance to your in-ring.
Oh man, make it look as believable as possible because that's our job.
I can honestly say that I don't think there's another school in the country that can prepare you not only for matches locally, but to be camera ready, to be production ready, to truly be ready for the big leagues.
He's gonna keep his hands up. One step back, keep your hands up.
You want to be the best? You're not going to be, because I am. You want to be trained by the best? You will if you come out of the WWN TC.
If you ever had a dream of becoming a professional wrestler, stepping into this squared circle, WWNTC is the place for you. 14-month tuition covering every aspect of the professional wrestling industry. In the ring, out of the ring, personal training, nutrition, from wrist locks to wrist watches. Doesn't make a difference what you want to learn. Francisco Chiazzo, Tony Storm, WWN program is the place for you. See you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is a special challenge match scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring. If you don't like me. From Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the youngest NWA National Champion in history, Jay.
You might not believe this looking at Jake Logan, but believe it or not, this is a man with 10 years in the sport of professional wrestling. Began back in 2010 at the age of 17 years old. So think about this once again. 2010, 17 years old, a decade of experience. You already heard in his entrance, of course, the youngest NWA national champion in history. Also a 14-time champion of the Texas Panhandle. This Jake Logan is the real deal.
His opponent.
Of course, Jake Sterling making his WWN iPay-per-view debut 1 week ago at Hallowreckoning 2020, victorious over fellow WWN Training Center rookie Artois. But tonight, as well, honestly, it's a battle of the Jakes. Jake Sterling, Jake Logan, two big dudes facing off here in the Proving Ground. I am incredibly excited for this one. You got Texas versus Chicago here. I'm sure somewhere in sports ball there's some kind of a rivalry I could reference, but underway. Two big guys locking up here. It really is like two bulls jockeying for position. Who is going to outmaneuver the other? Thus far, it looks like clean break, but Logan, at least initially, getting the better of that exchange. Saying something for him as well, choosing to break things off. Saw a bit of an attitude from Jake Logan 2 weeks ago at the Proving Ground, 3 weeks ago. This lock up here. Center of the ring again. Both men jockeying for position. This time it looks like it's Jake Sterling getting the advantage. And again, Sterling, of course, choosing to break things up cleanly. And you also heard Logan making the statement, I'm not afraid of anybody. Lock up again. In the ropes. Question is, where will this come to an end? Right hand from Jake Logan. Return fire from Sterling. Breaking down here, you see. Drop kick from Sterling. Apparently Robbie K is going to join me here. Oh, here's your microphone, sir.
Not apparently. I am joining them.
Okay, well, I'm no longer alone here at the broadcast booth.
I'm sure you're used to being alone, that is.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Well, Robbie, you are looking at a battle of the Jakes here. It's Jake Logan versus Jake Sterling, and thus far they've been evenly matched, but the difference here, you got Logan with a decade in the sport, Sterling a rookie with mere weeks. Maybe we're at 2 months now since his debut. Oh, he absolutely has been looking great, but right now as Logan's taking control, the beautiful elbow here. Got to think the aggression, maybe a bit of a killer instinct from Jake Logan.
He looks like an animal, he acts like an animal. I like this guy.
Big slam from Jake Logan. Sterling's in trouble, pinfall. 2 count only. You got to think it was a mere week ago. Jake Sterling, of course, in a battle with Artois. The damage had been done there. We haven't seen Jake Logan for about 3 weeks now. I think perhaps more well-rested as well. And, of course, add the experience in targeting the neck. Big man from Texas might have this.
Very smart. Stay on that neck.
Now here's Sterling taken headfirst into the corner by Logan. You know, Logan's so proud of the fact that he's the youngest NWA national champion in history. It's actually part of his ring introduction. But right now he's looking like a champion.
Absolutely.
Stopping on the hands. Absolutely legal in wrestling. Shining Wizard, is this going to be it, Robbie? The pin? No.
Hey, he's got some fight in him, but like I said, this kid's an animal.
That's really what it is. It really is two beasts facing off in the center of the ring right now. Logan in control. Sterling trying to stop the offensive here. Puts on the brakes, but caught in the gut. And Logan now, I think we're about to see a heck of a small package. That was close. Ducks the lariat. Does Sterling. But Logan again stopping the offensive. Reversal by Sterling. pops up the big man into a forearm. Where did he get that strength?
Where is this energy coming from?
I'd say you got to think a heck of a gas tank when it comes to Jake Sterling. We've been incredibly impressed by him at the WWN Training Center, but Jake Logan, not only not impressed, but this time turned inside out by that lariat.
Wow. Wow, it's a big boy's turned inside out like that.
Absolutely. 2 heavyweights, pinfall. This time Logan gets a shoulder up, but a lot less emphatic than what we'd seen earlier on.
Momentum has shifted. Logan's got to get back on top.
The right hands here from Sterling, beating on Jake Logan. Logan just making his WWN Proving Ground debut recently. Looked incredibly impressive in that victory. And right now looking impressive again, Samoan drop. And just when I was about to count him out, Robbie, again showing he's in control.
Yeah, and he's got to stay on top. He's got to finish him off. He can't be wasting time here.
Question now is, what is the maniacal mind here of Jake Logan thinking about? I guess he's got an identity crisis, I'm not sure.
Thinking about himself. Oh!
Yeah, misses the moonsault there, impressive as it was. Springboarding off the second rope, but now Sterling getting an opportunity to recover. Question here is, will it be enough?
Answer here, I don't know. It looks like his neck is still hurting him. Logan's back up.
Logan got up first, but Sterling catches Logan. Uranagi into the backbreaker. What a chop from Sterling, taking down Logan. But now you might be seeing the lack of experience of Jake Sterling here. Is he trying to figure out what to do? Pinfall. Got to ask yourself, Robbie, had he made the pinfall attempt sooner, would that have been it?
It could have been. These guys, they waste time. I don't know what they're doing. They got to stay on top.
I think that really is seeing the rookie of the brain here. And I don't mean this to disparage. I think when you're in the ring in a big fight feel like this, sometimes the decisions go, and we've seen before, wait, no counter. Good Lord, hits the slop drop. Is this going to be it? Pinfall. No.
The heart on this kid.
I got to give it to him.
This kid.
Won't argue, Robbie. Sterling, a very impressive athlete, but again, as Logan argues with our official Kai Douglas, the reality of the situation is, not only does the official's word go, but Logan's got to get back on top of Sterling here.
He's got to stay on top of him. We've seen the energy Sterling can pull out. We've seen the heart he has.
Forearms now. Oh, what a right hand. I think all he's done is wake up Jake Sterling.
Another one.
Forearm again from Logan. Chops as well, but Sterling. Big belly to belly. Logan's down, Sterling now. Springboard, going for a double stomp. But Logan gets out of the way, dumping Sterling over the top.
That was a bad gamble. That was a bad gamble.
Definitely showed the, not just ring awareness, but what was left in the tank of Logan, but that might be it after eating the table there, and these two men battling outside of the ring.
That front row better be careful. These are two big guys out there.
Yeah, VIP section right up in the action is the clothesline here. Again, catching Logan. Sterling and Logan just battling it out outside of the ring. Robbie, I'll tell you right now. Could you imagine if these two men united and were to face your boys while at the wrestling?
Listen, I don't care who unites, who you give us. While the wrestling comes out on top every time.
Oh, Logan now into the post as these men continue to battle. Sterling had gotten out of the way. Wait, are we at 9? Wait, it's a count out. You hear the WWN faithful now saying let them fight, but the reality of the situation, Robbie, they were fighting so much they lost track of the fact that they were being counted out.
Things are getting heated. I'd love to see this.
Looks like cooler heads are prevailing, but you got to think this is not the last time. That's literally what Sterling's saying. This is not going to be the last time they see Sterling and Logan face off in a WWN ring. Once again, we appreciate you joining us here for WWN Proving Ground. Proving Ground available.
There's only one for time. That's it. No contest. ACW. I'm undefeated, bitch. Cause I'm Jake Logan.
Again, Kai Douglas just said again, we are no contest. WWN Proving Ground available on the official ACW YouTube. Today we are streaming both simultaneously on YouTube as well as Facebook. Learn more about ACW at WWNlive.com. But you know what? Main event time.
This is bullcrap. I went out there and I put on a good, clean match. And some guy from Texas, this isn't even from around here, he wants to go and throw me out of the ring and get a no contest? You're kidding me? That blemish on my record is going to stay now. But I'll tell you one thing, I had him beat. I know I did. I don't care if he's Jake Logan. I don't care. I don't care what championships he's held, how old he is. This isn't over. And I'm going to talk to the guys upstairs, and I'm getting a rematch. And I'm going to put Jake Logan down.
Jake Sterling, you and I went to a no contest tonight. I gotta tell you, man, it really pissed me off that you got in my way of winning this match. Jake, you're a tough son of a bitch, I'll give you that. But I promise, the next time we get in that ring, the next time I get the chance to punch you in the face, you're gonna know exactly that I'm Jake Logan! If that you off, that hurts your feelings. You don't like me. Fight me!
Let's do it.
The following match is an ACW Cruiserweight Showcase scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Wrestling fans, are you ready?
LA superstar, you must have heard about it. I wanna problem with the beast inside the cage. LA superstar, you must have heard about it.
Sebastian Cage here making his WWN debut. Making his WWN debut. Coming all the way down from New York City. He's the first ever Pro Wrestling Magic Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's been in the sport for 5 years. He's been all over the United States, now in Florida for the first time. And of course, making his WWN debut. What is that? What's going on? Why is the ACW Cruiserweight Champion Bobby Flaco here? What's up?
This wearing two hats?
He always does. If there's anything I'll give you, Robbie K, is you actually are quite stylish. So if you criticize two hats, I will actually agree with you then. But if you like it, then I like it.
Yeah, listen, he's wearing two hats. He's coming out here yelling. He's jumping up and down. I don't know this kid, but I don't like him. I'll tell you that right now.
So I like Bobby Flaco, but I will agree his style apparently isn't good, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I'm basically next to a GQ model, guys. I'm gonna roll with the way he rolls.
You can get better looking clothes at Ross at the thrift store.
That actually might be where he gets his clothes.
Yeah, looks like it.
That's Spanish for lower the music. Hey-oh, Ariel Dominguez, what is poppin', homie? Let's hear it for Ariel. I just happened to still be in town. I was having too much fun in Port Richey, or what I like to call it, Port Vegas, Florida, partying everywhere, and I decided to stop by. So hear me out. Hear me out. Ariel. Papi, te quiero mucho. I forgot your name now. No, hey, listen. You guys are set to tear these stage up. Let me tell you something right now. These two men can't go. But, hear me out. We can throw the title into the picture. Hear me out. What? You guys would like to see Ariel as champion, right? I'm willing to put it up on the line if you are. Let's do it.
And don't forget, Sebastian Cage also has an opportunity here now. I think this is official. I think it's now official.
He comes out here with his dog collar, with his bump knee.
Cruiserweight triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Championship.
As I was saying, he comes out here with his dog collar on, with his bum knee, and he puts his title up. Maybe I'm warming up to him a little bit.
Bobby Flaco winning the ACW Cruiserweight Championship at Hallowreckoning 1 week ago. Apparently been partying for a week, defeating Sam C.
Looks like he partied earlier as well.
I'll tell you right now, Sebastian Cage has been tearing it up in the Northeast. I think Bobby Flaco might have been partying a bit hard, but I know he's familiar with him. Robbie, I'm not sure what I'm seeing right here. A little puppeteer action. And what I am seeing when it comes to Bobby Flaco, Skulk in action, trained by WWA 4 by AR Fox. The world famous AR Fox, WWN legend here. Sebastian Cage holds onto the ropes, stops Ariel Dominguez. Well, Bobby Flaco throws Dominguez out of the ring. Flurry of action. Bob, make sure Cage goes over. As he says, Robbie Bob's here.
Here he goes.
Might have been thinking fly. Ariel tries to throw a lariat, but instead now catching. Beautiful suplex there from Dominguez.
That's those amateur skills right there.
Oh, no question there. Absolute amateur specialist. Cage now ducks the clothesline from Dominguez. Sebastian, beautiful moonsault, lands on his feet, even though Dominguez got out of the way. He could tell in midair. Drop kick takes down Dominguez. Pinfall.
Minus all the dancing, this has been a show so far.
I'll tell you right now, 3 of the top cruiserweights in all of the sport facing off here. 3 drastically different styles. Ariel Dominguez, of course, absolute amateur specialist, as we already mentioned, a former national champion in collegiate wrestling, amateur wrestling, I'm sorry, it was high school. Oh wait, what's this? Flaco to the top. Double crossbody, taking out both opponents. And Robbie, remember this, Bobby doesn't need to get pinned or submitted in this matchup to lose that title.
As I said in the beginning, that's crazy guts. He comes out here and puts the title on the line for no reason.
That's how Bobby Flaco is, a fighting champion. Sees an opportunity here. X Factor out of the corner, but again, Dominguez, no, this time Dominguez caught with the DDT into the pinfall. 2. If that could have been any closer.
Did Ariel kick out? Did he pick him up? This kid's crazy.
I'm going to tell you, could have been a little bit of the momentum still going on there That said, Ariel, it is incredibly hard to keep those shoulders down.
Here he goes again.
What is Bob thinking here? Double baseball slide right there. And I was about to say, Bobby recently coming off of a bit of an injury. You actually pointed it out when it comes to the knee. He's toned back some of the aerial offense, but as you can see, it's still there. And adding all that lucha style, beautiful ace crusher, center of the ring, pinfall. Again, Dominguez just kicks out.
Ariel, I'm telling you, Ariel, I've known him for a while. This kid's got a lot of heart.
Absolutely no question there when it comes to the heart of Dominguez. But I don't know if Bob realizes that Cage has recovered and gotten back into the ring. And beautiful boot there from Cage takes out Flaco.
Now he does realize.
The hard way. Sling Blade, assisted DDT. When do you call those? Pinfall. 2 count only. Wait, smart move. No, this time Dominguez gets an arm under the rope to break things up, and Cage again goes to pin the champion this time. If he pins either man, he wins the belt.
If you're not going to get it the first time, you're not going to get it. Great ring awareness by Ariel, grabbing the ropes, though.
Kind of almost wonder if Sebastian Cage had a Robbie K in his corner, would he be getting some good strategy right now?
If anybody had Robbie K in the corner, they'd be getting good strategy.
Duly noted.
Come on.
Champion trying to fight up on one of the challengers here, Sebastian Cage. As he says, the lit superstar, now being caught by the forearms of Flaco. Beautiful right hand by Cage. And Dominguez now, you can see stalking his opponents, release German suplex, folding up Cage, ducks the clothesline of Flaco and dropping Flaco down as well with a release German. Dominguez is in control. Victory roll, no. All the way through into the German with the bridge, pinfall. New champ, no.
So close, and that's a guy twice his size. This is what I'm saying about Ariel.
Oh, uncanny strength. You cannot judge this book by its cover.
Listen, we've had problems with him in the past. I got nothing but respect for the kid.
What is Dominguez thinking? I think he was going for the DDT, but countered there by Sebastian Cage. Cage now placed in the corner, impressively by Dominguez.
What is Ariel thinking right now?
You don't often see Dominguez head to the top. But is he thinking a superplex here out of the corner? Cage is holding on as hard as he can. I'll tell you right now, Sebastian absolutely does not want to find his way out of the corner the hard way like that. And a headbutt now, at least slowing down Dominguez. But wait, now Bob's here. Sunset bomb out of the corner. Bob trying to catch Cage, and he does with the boot. Smart move. Pedigree, is this going to be it? The pinfall. He got him.
Just barely.
Here's your winner and still ACW Cruiserweight Champion, Bobby Flaco.
Big win here for Bobby Flaco. Wasn't even advertised tonight here, Robbie K, and instead coming to the Proving Ground, putting his championship on the line, and now coming up victorious against Ariel Dominguez and Sebastian Cage.
I'm very impressed with all three of these gentlemen. That was a hell of a match. Hell of a match.
Absolutely, no question. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us here for WWN Proving Ground. Once again, you can get all the info about American Combat Wrestling at WWNLive.com. In fact, believe this, Robbie, you could go to ClubWWN.com. You could join the club. You could get every ACW event absolutely live. You could get every video on demand of history of ACW. You could get Shine Wrestling, Full Impact Pro Wrestling, and so much more. Heck, Eddie Kingston's Grindhouse, November 14th. It'll be streaming live with your Club WWN subscription. And get this, it's only $9.99.
$9.99 is nothing, especially for more Wealth of Wrestling.
There you go, right there for more Wealth of Wrestling. Well, once again, for Robbie K, I'm Trevin Adams. Thank you for joining us here for WWN Proving Ground.
This is the lit superstar Sebastian Cage. WWN, all I'm gonna say is, came here debut representing my country, mi gente, ustedes saben lo que hay, yo vine a representar, aquí estamos en Tampa, Florida, y le voy a decir una cosa, to those people that forgot my name, that's cool, you didn't know my name when I walked in, but I beg you one thing, you definitely know my name when I walked out. You know why? Because I'm lit. It's close.
this close to having championship gold around my waist, but I didn't get the job done. Hell of a match though, hell of a match. Bobby Flaco, Sebastian Cage, we brought it tonight. That energy was unreal, man. Love this crowd. I love this crowd. When they chant my name, Abreu, 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 it's an unexplainable feeling. The adrenaline that I get, the energy, nobody can stop me. I don't care how big you are. With that crowd behind my back, I can beat anyone. Bobby Flaco, this ain't no different. I love you, big dog, and I appreciate the opportunity. You know, you didn't have to come out there and put your title on the line. So I really appreciate that, but today you were the better man. All I'm saying is, see you soon.
Back to the place, ACW.